All right, where are we? We're in the Clash of the Conference Clash tournament. We're in Wednesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. I'm in my 99 account. This is my lowest level account. There might be a lower one out there somewhere, but I have no idea where it's at. So we'll go out there and see what we can get done with. I'm going to count these as mid-level clubs. I haven't played anything above Tour 5 in this, so that's it. It's not going to get any better. That's it. And I've got no club card trading here, but I was curious about the other day there was one in here, and let's go look at what my boomerang is. I think it was in this account. It was where's my boomerang? Boomerang number 4 to go from boomerang 4 to boomerang 5. They wanted it was $89 and some change. And it's amazing that I passed on that deal, but that's it. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got in store for us for this tournament. This tournament is absolutely crazy. So the scores are going to be, one of my teammates was in pro, Little Ladybug. What an awesome score, Little Ladybug. That was 18 in pro. So like this is going to be, that was in pro. So it is going to be monster this week. Big scores. I have no idea what it's going to take to win, but it's going to be a spectacular round, whatever it is. But what I have, even though I don't have as good a ball guide in this count, and in some cases I don't have the distance and stuff, what I do have is I'm going to see if I can get the most out of it and use the notes from my main rookie account and see if those spins will work with these clubs. So let's see what we can get done. Let's see where we end up. I shot a minus 17 in my 77 account, and I didn't drop any shots, but there was a couple that I didn't hit perfect on and didn't get in there. But the 18 is there with birdies or with eagles all the way across, and there's 2 really killer Albie shots. There's one that's not a killer. It's basically an eagle shot, but there is the opportunity to score some get some big time low scores. Golf Clash Tommy, Conference Clash, hole number 1. Now, with my 77 account and using an APOC with a 3 Powerball, your red line's like right here. And on this particular round, we've got wind blowing in this direction, so I've been blowing myself up into here and then getting on. With that club, I was using like 1.5 backspin, rolling it up, trying to get I'm actually just trying to lay in this area. I'm not really trying to get on or trying to go for it. I don't want to dink around with trying to get through this area and risk getting into the sand, so I'm just going to go over here. Now with this account, I've got an extra mile that hits 234, so I'm 6 yards less with the driver, regardless of ball. So I'm not sure if there'll be enough room there to blow me up into the spot without having to do any overpower. I might have to do some overpower, but I'm going to take my extra mile because that is the biggest hitting driver that I have, and I have no opportunity to use my Apocalypse or a Thor's Hammer because I don't have them. So here we go. We'll see what we can get done with that. I'm going to have to do a little bit of overpower, that's for sure. And I've been doing 10% on the drive. I'm not sure if that's going to really come into play because what I may do is put the wind back in and then put on just a titch of overpower as opposed to pulling all the wind out and then putting in more overpower. If I have to go, like when I'm doing overpower, if I have to start getting into where I'm doing half overpower of that, it's almost better to just do max because it's hard to replicate, like where was I at for mid. But if you're just putting a little bit of overpower on there, we'll have to play that by ear. We'll see how it rolls. All right. But just in case, I have an equation. And I'm doing 10%, and the club hits 2.1 per ring. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Do do do. Four, four. So there's 2 rings. That's 4 too. And it's going to carry just a little bit farther than it looks like. So I think it'll actually push it up there. And from this distance, I'm going to do, let's see what 1 backspin looks like. And I'm going to just rub the nubs just a little teeny bit of overpower. Hitting it perfect. Perfecto. Perfecto. Now, if you have a bigger inventory of balls, the deal is that bringing out a bigger ball, you don't have to use the wind, and you can set it up and take the wind out, and you can try and standardize that shot. But if you can, if you're using the ball for the wind, so like if we had a big headwind there, I'm not sure I could overpower against it, maybe. But bringing out a bigger ball would help me out, give me some room. But instead of having to use a bigger ball every round, I can maximize my utility. It gets me. I just think it's. I mean, if you're buying ball packs, I've bought ball packs. Most people that have played this game over the years have bought ball packs one time or another, and that's not a problem. I have no problem with that. I've played games where shit, you spend lots and lots of money, but what I don't get is people not being strategic about their balls, especially in one-on-one when they want to play. Okay, you want to play, if you think it'll give you a better shot playing with a special ball, go for it. But that special ball that you used on this hole may not be the best ball for the next hole. Switch balls up. I don't see people do that. They just play one. I guess they bought a $100 pack and they got 250 of them, and when they run out, they're like, okay, I guess I got to pick another ball. It always cracks me up when people bring out really big balls and then they end up like you didn't. Where you were aiming, you were going to the rough. You might as well have brought out a Marlin if you were just going to hit it into the rough. Damn, you wasted that ball. All right, starting it off with an eagle, and that is exactly what we need to do on this hole. We definitely need to get an eagle. For sure. No doubt about it. All right, hole number 2. Hole number 2. Somebody left me a comment and asked about. I must have said something about 1977, or I was born in 19. My sister, my youngest, my baby sister was born in 1977. I was talking to somebody today. I was going through a training class today, and the trainer's like, I must have got the wrong file. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, I'm supposed to. And she asked me my name, and I was like, yeah, it's me. And she's like, you sound like you're in your 20s or 30s. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, but your paperwork says that you're 58. I am not going to say I'm old. I'm seasoned. Well, based off of, if you were doing insurance stuff, anything over 100 years is an antique, and anything over 50 is vintage. So I'm vintage. I'm like fine wine. All right, I'm going to do the same exact thing that I'm doing in my upper developed account on this, but let's look at my sniper. I'm using a sniper with a Cataclysm in my main account, but my sniper's got all of its distance, which I believe is 172. So I'm 8 yards short. And with the katana, I have some room against my red line to pull out headwind and not have to switch up balls. But here, I think I'm probably going to be right at the red line. And if it was a headwind day, I might have to bring out a 3 power ball. So I might just want to bring out a Titan just to start off with. Let's see. I know what kind of spin I need, so I could use a different club. Maybe. We'll see what let me see what my sniper does with a Titan. And then we will go from there. I guess I better at least look to see if I have one bag that does have a big dog, just in case. Just in case. I have numbers for my big dog. I also have numbers for my Guardian, so I suppose I could use either one. And it hits farther as well, 171. So that's going to be very similar to my... Very similar. Alright. I'm going to take my sniper with a 3 power ball. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if that works. If it doesn't, I'm going to switch. I'll switch to my, probably my Guardian bag. Now, what I've been doing here is plus 10%, and I'm rounding up. 1.1 times the wind divided by 1. Rounding up. I haven't got to the point where I've got a solid number, but I almost, like if I had, like let's say it came out to 3, where I needed to do a 3-ring pull, I'm not so sure I wouldn't do 3-1.
Hey, baby.
Yep.
I'm gonna go lay down for an hour.
Okay. Nope, one backspin. One backspin. That will go past the hole. One backspin. And with my sniper, I've been trying to be into the rough 2 rings, which is 2 miles per hour. And with that big dog right there, they're at about 2 rings. So that 1 ring is 2 miles per hour. So that's about how far I've been. And it's 1 backspin. Now they may get lucky and that comes back down the hill and goes in. Straddled it. Arrgh. I'm right at the red line. So if it was a headwind day, I'd have to either bring out a different club or I'd have to do something a little different. Go right at it. I don't have as good a ball guide here, but we can get the gist. 4.3, 4.73 rings. Let's get lined up with the wind. There's 4.73. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Close. 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 Arrgh. One backspin. The deal there is it came in a little hot, and that's pretty much exactly where I've been setting it up with my other club. But I've been using a katana, and I don't think it comes in quite as hot with the katana. So I might want to put like 1 with this account. I might want to put like 1 1/4 backspin on, just to whoa it up just a little, because it's coming in a little bit hotter with this 3 power ball than it would with, even though I'm hitting it to the same spot, I think it's coming in hotter. Well, I'm hitting it farther forward than I would with the katana based off of the club, so it is coming in hotter. All right, hole number 3. Now I believe we have a serious opportunity for Albie here. Now this is another one of those holes that with a 3 power ball and a big hitting wood, you can get over here if you've got a tailwind day. But on a headwind day, you're going to have to bring out a bigger ball. And I don't have any bigger balls in this account, so if we get on a headwind day here, I'm going to have to play this direction and try and get it down here as far as I can. There's a great shot from right here, and it doesn't take much effort to get right here. There's a good shot right here with your wood. And I believe the way that this works out is you got wood. You can get my pen to work. You got wood, you got long iron, you got short iron, you got wedge. So just depending on where you get. That's it. That's it. I don't know that I can get over there with a 3 power ball and this with this driver. Let's see, power. I have 2 5 power balls, so I am just not interested in getting. And I do have a handful of 4 power balls, but I'm not really interested in wasting one of them right this second. I think it'll take at least. In my 77 account, it took a 13 to qualify, and there was there a couple there was like one 13 that didn't make it, maybe 2 13s that didn't make it. I was at the top of the 17, and there was a 16, and then there was a 15, and then there was a handful of 14s, and then there was 13s to the end. So I think here, if I can just hang on to the one I already picked up, I should be fine. But let's try and pick up as many as we can. We will see. We'll see what happens. Let's make sure I got. If I do have to switch bags and I don't have enough distance, I'm going to switch to this number 2 bag. Here's the problem with this account. This is what you have to think about when you have lower level accounts. If I'm in my upper developed account and I get caught back here, I could give to. I couldn't care less. It doesn't really matter. I can recover. I can hit through here and try and bounce it over. Or I can get over on the green side and put myself in a position to recover. I think pretty easy. But with this account, if I screw up on this side of this line, I'm in big ass trouble. Because if this is short iron, my rough iron is basically a short iron. Because I don't have a Nirvana. And so if I'm going to mess up, I need to mess up in front of that. So it's kind of risky with a lower level account to try and go for something like this. Because if you screw up, you can compound. I mean, it could just snowball from there. This is, you go out with the best of intentions, and then the next thing you know, you're getting a par. We'll look at it and see what the deal is. Let me switch that. I put that Amazon. If I decide to go for it, I'm going to leave that Amazon in there. And the reason I put that Amazon in there is the last time we played the last hole, it was a distance thing as well. And the Amazon's the longest hitting rough iron that I have. It's a crappy club at this point with the ball guide. It's always a crappy club, but it has more distance. I'll leave that in there just in case. Just in case. The 19th Jedi Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. That is narrow. Narrow. Okay, 3 divided by 2.1, 1.57 rings. There's 1.6. Let's push that forward distance back on, which isn't a lot, but it's any will help. And that'll end me up in the rough. Not here. I doubt that I'll make it through. Ooh, not quite enough. If I'd have hit it perfect, on the left, I wouldn't have had to go so far, and I think I would have barely dribbled out. You know, you can see where I'm at. I would have made it if I'd have hit that perfect. I was trying to come out right here because this is the shallowest part of that. A bigger power ball would put me farther up there in the shot so that I would have been able to make it out. So if you've got a level 7 extra mile and you want to do that, it maybe behoove you to bring out a bigger ball. Even a 3 power ball with some topspin boost. A 4 power ball, just a regular 4 power ball, would probably have been just enough. But you're probably better off if you've got mid-level, low-level clubs to hit where my opponent hit, because you got a beautiful shot from here. Beautiful. 1.1 times 4 divided by 2.5. 1.76 rings. $1.76 rings. There's 1, there's 1.5, there's 1.75. Isn't it perfect? And if I would have brought my machete, I might have had enough room there. I was a little bit back from the red line. That Amazon is a crappy club at that level. In my opinion, that Amazon is a pretty crappy club all the way around, but sometimes when you're going on certain holes and you know you're taking a risk, you got to think strategic about it. And it's like, yeah, you might like that sand wedge or that rough iron, but if it does, especially when you've got lower developed stuff, if it doesn't have the distance to help you recover, you're really putting yourself at risk. That ball is going to break. It looks like that ball is going to break off to the right. Let's see if it breaks off right at the very end. We'll never know. They overpulled it. Dang it. In the hole. Okay, we gave ourselves some shots, at least on the first 2 holes. We know what we can and cannot do on that hole. That hole right there, unless we bring out something bigger, we'd have to hit it perfect in order to get over there. Most of our shots are going to end up being through the rough. I think with this account, it's probably better for me to hit to the left and just drive it down the fairway like my opponent did, and give myself a really good shot every time. I'd rather have this shot out here with a wood every time, because you're bringing out a really good club. You're going to bring out a club that's got good accuracy and good ball guide, and take this shot than to have to take the shot out of the rough and maybe get over to the other side. Yes, I would enhance my opportunity from here, but you're better off being in the fairway. And with my upper developed account, I'm actually shooting for this area. I'm trying to get somewhere in this neck or up into here, and then you're really deep into it. It is definitely worth trying to get to here if you got the clubs for it. But if you don't, this I think is a higher percentage. Like I'd make more albies from over here than I will from here in the rough, for sure. All right, did I write down my spin here? 2 1/4 backspin, rough bump, max club. I was using a Titan, and I think that this is one of those ones that I don't know that I'm going to be able to hit it. I don't know that I'll be able to do that shot, because I think my red line is like right in this area, and I was doing a rough bump with my 77 account, and I actually made the shot in my qualifying round. I made this shot. It was plus 10 to the cup, and I did 2 1/4 backspin, no side spin, hitting it at max club, 1 per ring. But I think my red line, On that last par 3, my red line was a little bit farther forward, and bringing out the 3 power ball, I was like right there. But here, I think if I bring out a 3 power ball, my red line's I'm gonna be just a tit short. So in that case, I'm gonna hit from over here, and I won't have to bring out. Now, when I hit from over here, I saw somebody doing this the other day, and I've seen a lot of people do it where they're way back here trying to run it up. Me personally, I want to get as close up here as I can possibly get. I want to use all my backspin and not have to work my way through this neck. Because if you make a mistake here, more than likely you're just going to end up on the green. But you make a mistake back here, and you could end up caught up in this rough or caught up over here, and I want to just get closer. I want to take this sand trap as much out of play as possible. We'll see how it goes. 1.1 times the wind. Pretty sure it'll be max club. It will be max club no matter what. I'm gonna see if I can get away with using a, do I have any gems? I do. I'm gonna buy a few katanas just so I have them. I'm gonna see what it looks like. I'm gonna start off with the Titan, but I may switch to that katana. Possibly the Quasar. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Southern Pines. Only played these holes about 1 billion times over the years. I think Southern Pines used to be in Tour 6, but we've seen Southern Pines, Sunshine Glades. We have seen them. I'm going to guess that one of those two courses, we've played more tournaments on those holes than any other course out there. It's got to be one of those two courses. It's either got to be Sunshine Glade or Southern Pines, one of the two. Because these have been in a ton of tournaments. Is it my turn? No, I don't see take shot. Come on, dude. Hey, there you go. Good luck. Come on, man. You better hurry it up, bro. Just throw it out there. There you go. I'm sure. Well, maybe that's the shot they were going to do. They wasted 20% of their shot clock. Do. Let's see where the red lines are. I do have room. I do. 2 1/4 backspin. 1 2 1/4 backspin. .2, 2.42 rings. There's 2, 4. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. That's why if you watch somebody that's got better clubs, upper developed clubs, and you see what spins they're using and you write those spins down, it can really help you. With that particular shot, I think my ball guide would have told me the truth. It looked like it was telling me the truth, but it is nice to have some spin notes from another account. There we go. There we go. All right. We want to pick. I need to pick up one, at least one in each section. So that'll put me at 15. I mean, that's not rocking the world on this course, but that will definitely be solid tiebreakers as the rounds go on. Hole number 5. I've got my notes say APOC Kingmaker. 5 topspin, 2.5 rings off. I know which hole this is. I know which hole this is. And we got it. This is an excellent opportunity right here. And I should be in short iron. Well, depending on if I can lay it up right over here, I may be in max wedge or I may be in short iron. In this particular account, I would rather be in short iron than wedge. I like to use, I'm using a Firefly in here as my wedge. And I like using the Firefly. Except, I like using the Firefly when I'm up close. But when you're a little bit farther away, it is super inaccurate. Super. The thorn. I'd rather be in my thorn range, I can tell you that. Alright. And I need for this miraculous deal, I'm going to take, and the reason I was taking a Kingmaker is because it hits, it's the side spin. And I could probably, I think getting down in that hole, I could probably take a Katana. And that would make sure that I was in my short iron instead of my wedge, if I get all the way up in there. And bring that bag right there. Let me change this club out for my machete. Yeah, and when you're hitting out 20 yards on a shot like that, the shot that I used this on, hole number 3, I mean 20 yards in the rough is big. So I mean, if you hit, and what you're backing yourself up when you take that risk of getting into the rough and then you end up in the rough and you're using a club that doesn't hit very far. This is a freaking, the Amazon, even with the shitty stats that it has, is a low level long iron right there, but that machete is a short iron. And I would much rather use my long iron or a long iron distance hitting club. Let's swap that out. All right, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm taking. And I only have 5 topspin, so we ain't gonna use any more than 5. Because I only have 5. And it is 1.1 times the wind divided by 2.1. Jesse, big boy, goes first. When this hole first came out, I thought, man, there's got to be a max overpower hook shot that we might be able to do over there where we could bleed out like and end up right here, which really doesn't net you any more yards than over here. So I'm not sure it would be worth it, but they put this stack of trees right here. Let's see if they do a hook. They did a partial slice so they could miss those trees. Those trees weren't those trees weren't there like the first day that they came out, but it was only a couple days later these trees came out, and you can't do a hook. Not that I don't think you could, I don't think you'd be any better off if you did a hook, but you can't. I only got 4.5 topspin. I got you. 2, 3, 1.2 rings. 1.2. Need a little bit of curl to bring it back over to the fairway. Hitting it perfect. And we'll see if we got that right. Boom, clear. Boom, roll up to the front. There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. All right, now I'm doing 10% on this shot as well. And I'm 1.1 times the wind. I should be on my thorn, and I might be in minimum thorn, which is 3.7 times the wind minus 0.1. We'll see. We'll see. And I don't think I'll do that because my notes say plus 10 to the cup, round up. I've made this. Every time so far this week I've hit perfect, I've made this. but I was right on the edge of the cup. I was thinking I needed to pull just a little teeny bit more, but not much. Okay, where am I at? There's min. I'm at minimum club. Minimum. I'm going to put on 1, 2 backspin. Get right up to it. Right there. 4.5 divided by minimum club is 3.7. 1.33 rings. So possibly 1.4. That is 1.4. Oh! That was right there. Right there. Dang it. All I had to do is hit that perfect. Ugh. Shut my mouth. Oh, bless her heart. Dang it. Dag nabbit. Nobody to blame but me. I knew. I blinked. I looked up and blinked, and then I released, and I don't know what I was thinking. I knew as soon as I released that it was too late. Oh. On the fringe. Well, at least we're going to win a chest. I don't know what my opponent was thinking on that first shot over there. Especially on Wednesday. If you wait until... I'm a big fan of practicing on Mondays and kind of burning your... It's a free round. You can go out there and do whatever you want and just practice and really try and get your stuff down. But trying to qualify on Tuesdays, because Wednesdays are dangerous days to qualify on. At least with your main account. Like, if you've got practice accounts, you've got secondary accounts, it's not, if they don't get in, it's not the end of the world. But, you got one account that you really like to play. Making sure that you play on a Wednesday, because on a Tuesday, if you're going to play on Wednesday, you need to be... It's so easy on a Wednesday to go out there and be trying to get aggressive and drop a few holes and end up not qualifying. And in this tournament, like, hell, minimum score is -12, and we got to pick up one just to have a shot at qualifying. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. My notes say APOC, Zerk, Cataclysm. I know which hole this is. I don't even have any numbers written down because this is a APOC, Zerk. Yeah, this is a hole if you've got a 5-power ball. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to bring out a 5-power ball on this. I'm just thinking. We're going to get... The question is, do I net more yardage if I just pound it down the fairway, or do I net more yardage if I do a max over par hook? I think if there was any day, like if you had a side wind or even possibly a headwind, you're probably netting more on the max over par hook. But on tailwind days, because on the max over par hook shot, you need to take the wind out. It's hard to use the wind on a max over par hook because you really, at least the way I set them up. And so on a tailwind day, I could use that wind if I pounded it straight forward, but I'm not going to be able to use that wind if I do the max over par hook. So, like, which way do we go? I'm not so sure on a hole like this as well. This is a question. This might be a hole to go practice to see that I wouldn't net more yardage with that big topper. Now, my big topper hits 17 yards less, but it has 50 more topspin. So do you net more yardage from the topspin, or do you net more yardage? And that raw distance is going to get me up there a little bit farther, but overall I think I'd actually, on a hole like this, net more yardage with my big topper. I mean, it might be the better choice, and the fairway's so damn wide open. I almost feel like I should go practice this hole with this account, because this is the test. Like, if you can get past this hole and not drop a shot, then you're in pretty good shape. You still need to pick something else up, but you don't want to pick something else up and then drop it on this hole. And this hole is already tough enough, so you want to make sure you bring the right stuff. I almost think that is the bag. Now, a big dog might be a little bit better. I think I was at like I want to say like 460s. And where I was at with my 77 account, I wish I would have had a Guardian. I would have rather had my Guardian than my big dog, because it had, where I was at, I could have used that backspin. I could have got really close up there and tried to really go for it. But in this account, the big dog is the way, because we need that topspin. We might need that topspin. The ball guide blows. Yeah, I think that's it. Gonna have to bring the big dog. I'm gonna try that big topper. Let's go practice this one. Let me practice it with a Titan and see what kind of yardage I can get. Man, you only get one shot. The practice deal. All right, let me think. Let me think for just one second. Damn it. Just trying to think about what would get me more yardage. Let's go do I have any? I don't even know if I have any practice tokens, to be honest. I may not even have any. I have none. I could get one by watching a video, but I've had to go through that several times, and I don't want to waste any more of my valuable life experience, if I can help it. Hole number 6. Okay, big topper. Big topper. Which is better, hook or straightforward? I don't know. All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to take that big topper. I think I'll net more yardage. Go first. All right, I'm just going to leave the wind in and pound it down there. $7,000 rings straight to the right. And I am hell and gone from the end. Shit, that might not even be 400 yards. No, it is 424. Excellent. Excellent. I don't think, with my extra mile in my, which has 35 more topspin than the extra mile here, I think I got to 440. I really do think that big topper is a better club. Maybe not overall, but like on this particular hole, I think it's the better club to bring out. Dale Appleby will be happy about that. Anytime you can hit with a big topper. What's funny is, way back in the day when we only had one bag, you played with a bag all the time, but in tournaments you might have to bring out a special club. Okay, what am I in? Big dog? It's 2 per ring, so it's 2 rings. I got my Guardian. What is my Guardian? 1.7. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's going to push me that far forward. Might have to put just a little teeny bit of overpower on it. I brought the wrong secondary club. Dumbass. See if that was enough to get me over that sand. Yes. Now, woe down, Cat Daddy, woe down. Roll down towards the green, or the pin. There you go. Roll along the edge. Roll, 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 roll. All right. The wrong second club, and still made it. I still got work to do. I'm not going to take that putt for granted because I have missed putts. I shot a couple videos for one of my viewers, Patty. How's it going, Patty? She had the question about the missing putts. Yeah, you got to hit putts perfect. I mean, you can get away with. It's one of the reasons, like, get good at making long putts or get good at hitting closer. When you're close and you hit a putt, great. It's not the end of the world. But when you're in the game 7 or 8 squares away and you hit a great, you're probably going to miss it. You have to hit those. If you're really close, you can hit a great, but when you're this far away, you need to hit perfect. Perfect. Eagle. Woo! We passed our test. We're drinking tonight, boys and girls. This is a shit way to go at the hole. And the reason I say that is because this green has got a slight little dome to it, but this area here where the rough is at is really domed. And so when you're hitting off of it, it wants to take that irregularly high bounce. Dun 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 dun. Big Topper. Let's change that. I'm going to change that club. I would have rather had. I like the fact that I made it, but. And I like the 3 ball guide better than the 2.3 ball guide, but this is a better club. Not only does it hit farther, but in that situation, I wouldn't have had to do any of that little overpower. I might not have had to use the wind. That's the club that's supposed to be in that bag. Supposed to. I want to make sure I got that in there too. All right. What hole are we on? Let's open up a chest. Let's be farmers. And I got that castaway upgraded. Look at that. I can upgrade my castaway to level 4. Woo! All right. Let's make sure we don't have any what are they looking for? Score a birdie or better in 2 games in a row? Is that? Oh, Tour 4 or above, not tournaments. Okay, I got you. All right, Conference Clash. What hole are we on? We're on hole number 7. Hole number 7. My notes say APOC 3 to 5 power ball, 0 on the drive. This is a par 4. And what I was doing was bouncing off of this and trying to get over. There's a spot, this area out here, from this picture it looks flat, but if you really look at the picture, there's a darker area right here, there's a darker area right here, there's a darker area right here, there's an indentation right here, and there's another one right here, and these are pockets, so it's flat. And then we've got this little pocket that's in here, and those little pockets are dangerous as hell, because when you come through, if you hit your ball comes flying in and it hits here, it bounces out like it says it's going to do. But if it comes in and it hits right here, it'll take a flat bounce and just dive from here and go right into the sand or right into the rough area over here. All right, I'm going to take a 3-power ball. Now you can hit it to the left and then try and do that shot, but I'm going for it. I'm going for it, I say. Maybe I'm going for it. Am I going for it? Man, it's all about spin here, and it's hard enough to make it over there with an upper developed club. Just thinking about the top spin you're getting from here and running. If you had an extra mile with all of its top spin, you might be able to start off on the other side with a 3-power ball. And it doesn't really help to bring a 5-power ball you could get here, so you're still going to start on this fairway. If you bounce on this tongue, there is a good chance that it'll bounce off that tongue and bounce over to the other side. Alright, let's see what happens. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. So whatever the wind is divided by 2.1, I'm gonna do a 0. This might be one of those ones where hitting to the other side, depending, especially if you have lower than this developed clubs, it's probably a better deal to hit over to the left. Find a spot that you can hit to consistently, and then work the hell out of that spot. Because you can get up, now they put that row of signs out there just because some gold star employee at Playdemic felt they needed to, you can see how, look, I'm moving it and you can see how that, so right there I'm on the front side of one of those pits, and that's moving me forward about 2 miles an hour. 3, it's a ring and a half. And I'm going to push that wind back on. And I'm going to rub the nubs. Hitting it perfect. We'll see how those bounces come out. It did hit that, but didn't get quite the bounce I was looking for off of that tongue, but at least it hit the tongue. I was straight at it. 0. Yeah, they put this row of signs right here because this is a good area to get to, because you have a really good, you're on the other side of the tree, so you have a really good run at it. So if like you're right along this edge right here, that's a perfect area. It was a perfect area until they put those signs out there. So now we're playing sign golf. We're playing putt-putt golf. Yeah. I mean, that is so cheesy. I mean, these guys are, that is just so cheesy. The whole sign thing like that just cracks me up. Bunch of D-bags. Alright, from this distance, I think that right there is about it. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if that was perfect. Woo! In the hole. I was hedging my bet there because the deal is with that wind, I normally would have the flagpoles here, and I count from the edge of the cup to the flagpole is 2 miles per hour, and the way that wind was going, but from that distance it could be twice that much. You know, I mean, it could be where I'm counting this as 4, and that's why I set it up right on the outside edge of the cup, so that if the wind was responding like I thought it was, I would be right there in the cup. But if it was responding on the upper end, it would push me back to the flagpole. I got lucky my speed was right. Woo! In the hole. In the hole. Good luck in the tournament. Alright. Alright. Hole number 8. Are we on hole number 8? We are on hole number 8. Hole number 8. Now, I think we have 2 backspin, no side spin, 0.9 per ring with my Grizzly. This is the only hole I haven't made this week. And I love this hole. I've made of the par 3s that are here, I've probably made more hole-in-ones on this one than the other 2 combined. Hitting this rough bump and going straight at it. And I started off with a plus 10. Here's the cup, and it put me here. And then I bumped this to plus 20, and it put me here. So I went to plus 20. It looked like I was closer to the cup. I did 25 and it split the difference and I was here. So I'm going to go 30 and see if that puts me right in the cup. We're playing artillery here. So I'm doing 2 backspin, no side spin, max club, plus 30. And I was using a Navigator. And I'm going to use a Saturn. A Saturn. I believe it has the best ball guide that I have. 3-4. Is that my best ball guide? I think it is. And I'm going to do a Navigator. 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 Let's think about distance here. Let's think. Let me put my thinking cap on for just one second. Just want to make sure I have a bag with a bigger hitting or long iron in it. Because what does this hit? 120? I think my Saturn hits 126, and I think I'm pretty close to my red line, so I might have to up my ball to a Katana. 2 backspin, no side spin, max club. Max Saturn is 2.1 per ring. And I'm just having a hard time reconciling that in my brain. No, that's right. It's 2.1. That's right. Okay, here we go. 2 backspin, no side spin. Plus 30 to the cup. 1.3 times whatever the wind is, divided by 2.1. True Bloods goes first. I am not a fan of hitting from over there. Those signs look so dorky. We should, if we knew where they lived, we could go to their house and we could put a sign like right in front of their car, right next to their door, so they can't get in their car, they can't get out of whatever spot they're in. And then, like, hey, we know, I'm sure, I know that you hit, I know you put yourself in you parked yourself in the perfect spot. Damn, that is grim. Grim. 2 backspin, no side spin, max club. I don't know if I have enough room to work out the wind. 3.7, 2.29 rings? I don't think I do. I don't. I have to do a little teeny bit of overpower there. I have to rethink how I'm going to do this. The Goliath would have been a better club right there. Ooh, that 30 might be 30. I'm not sure because of the setup on that, but that 30 might be the, I might have moved it off a little when I hit the overpower and got it off trajectory, but I think that 30 is going to be pretty close. It might be 30 plus 0.1, but it's going to be pretty close. I'm excited now to play that hole again with my 77 account to see what we can do. And I'm going to definitely want to play that hole with bigger hitting long iron. If nothing else, the Goliath, because it's 135, so it'll be plenty of room. And I can use a smaller ball if I use the Goliath. Save myself a Titan. The king of balls. This tournament's sponsored by Titan. If you can't get it done with a Titan, you just can't get it done. They say it can't be done, and what they mean is they can't do it. All right, hole number 9. We got a shot here. I have not made this hole yet this week, but we have a shot here. Now now this is going to be a challenging hole with this account because I have no freaking clue. I may have to watch a stupid ass video in order to go out and practice this hole one time, because I am definitely not going to be able to do what I'm doing in my upper developed account here. I think most people are going to, if they're trying to get around the corner and they're doing the max overpower hook, they're trying to lay up right here. But this presents a whole shitload of problems. Problem number 1, you can't get caught behind these trees. Problem number 2 is I don't have very good recovery clubs here. Now if I was here and I was caught along this edge, I can recover from here. But if I get caught up right here in this, I could be in a spot of bother. And hitting it down here, in my opinion, is... Alright, you do have a shot. But man, that is... You don't have a... I don't know that you have a shot of sinking it, but you have a shot of getting up there and getting your eagle and moving along little doggy. Question is, do we risk it and go for here? I would really need to practice that. And in the past, if I was just trying to get into this area right here, I have done this in the past with my rock, because it has lots of curl, and the distance thing is not really the issue here, because with like an APOC or a big extra mile, you're starting off kind of on this arc, you're way out there. What to do? Let me look at what I have. Man, oh man. I almost feel like I need to practice this hole once. If I don't practice any other hole, this is because I'm not going to be able to play even close to what I've been playing. Either I go for it down there, and let's see how much topspin I got here. 66. I think a maxed out Grizzly's only got 60, and a maxed out Grizzly I think is just a little short. There is a rough bump that you can do if you get in the right spot. And usually what you want to bring is your Goliath. But I don't think I want to take this drive with my extra mile. Maybe. Let's go practice. Alright, hold on. Let me watch this stupid ass video. Alright, that's 45 seconds of my life I will never get back. Alright, let's think real hard here. I'm almost thinking if I bring that bag, it would be better to bring a Goliath. How much topspin I got with this? And there is a rough bump you could do with your wood as well. Let me go change that club. Let me set up my number 5 bag. Kings of Golf 2 just got promoted to Masters 1, so we picked up a 5th bag. We did. I know it's 20 yards less, but I'm almost thinking that'll work. Switch to that. Take that big dog. Did I write down my... I did not write down a Horizon on 99's notes because I never thought I'd use it. Horizon. Level 4. Let me think. I'm just thinking with the ball guide and the topspin, if I actually got to the right spot, I could use that. Right, we'll take it. Let's go look up Horizon. Let's go look up Horizon numbers real quick. Sorry. Horizon wind chart, level 4, 3 Powerball, 2.7, 2.7, 3.0. And I'm definitely going to be a max if I'm in there. Well, not necessarily. I could be in mid, I suppose. 3.4. It's 3.4 plus 1. If you look at the max, it's 2.7. 2.7 times 2 is 5.4. 2.7 times 3 is 8.1. So it's staying straight. This is the same way. Once it gets up into that, we're not going to get into these kind of winds in Ricky, so we're not going to worry about that plus 1. We're dealing with this right here for the most part. But at minimum club, it's 3.4. That'd be 6.8. So it's right off the bat plus 0.1. Anything over 3.4 is 3.4 plus 0.1. All right, we got. Let's clear out another slot. Let's harvest some more club cards. I got everything I ever wanted right there. Look at that. I must be getting close. Which ones do I have? Do I have any of these maxed out? How close am I getting on some of these to getting 128, 175, 289? I'm getting pretty close on the dart to starting to be able to participate in the club card, which is big, which would be big. 256. If I played this account just a little bit more, it would only take me a couple days to get some of these cards maxed out and to get some of those over the edge where I can start participating in the club card trading. Hey, get off there. Get off there. All right. Now, just in case, let me switch one of these bags. Just in case I got a Goliath in there. I got a Goliath. I got a Thorn. I'm going to change this to a Thorn because I've switched, I believe. I have. I'm going to switch everything up to a Thorn. All right, there we go. There we have it. Let's get my calculator working again. And get out there and practice once. And see what we're dealing with. Maybe, if I can get an opponent. We are in practice. 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 1.2 times 1.9 divided by wherever I'm at in my club. I'm going to put it all on. Put it all. Where I really want to come out is like right there. I'm going to aim looking at the trunk of this little red tree. I'm going to be one ring in 1.9 is 2.1 rings. 2.1. And slice it and see where that comes out. See if I need to move it to the left or the right. Now I could take maybe one top spin off to end up a little bit further back instead of right in the middle of the trees. Now I might have a lane through there, but it is risky hitting through the trees. And the rough bump that I was looking for is kind of out of my reach from there. So I think I'll run one last top spin. I'll be curious to see what kind of shot they have from over there, but because that might be a smart way to play it as well. I don't like the shot. You can hit it straight forward down at the bottom and then come out that way, but I never really liked that shot. Stay out of that rough. Man, those trees are right the hell in your way. Where am I at? Where I really want to be is over here. What was I doing on this? I was doing 10% on the second shot as well. Jeez. Look at those trees. .1 times 3.4 divided by, I'm going to let this time out. Max club. We are in max, right? No. There's max. Man, shit. That might be minimum club. How come you didn't check that first? What kind of a rookie move was that? You didn't even know where you were at in your club. That's probably minimum. And minimum Goliath is 2.8 and max Goliath is 1.8 plus 1, so that is a big difference. Big. Whoa, dude. Oh, they're short shooting it, so they might be all right. And where they were at, what they needed was just a little bit more distance on their drive to get down towards the end and really be able to go for it. Once again, where the hell am I at in my club? There's min, so I am at min. Divided by what is minimum? 2.8. 1.17 rings. Hitting it perfect. Close! So close! So close. And that's, I was probably at the 3/4 part. Let me look at my club here. I've got at mid club it's 2.2 and at minimum it's 2.8. So we got a 6-point swing. So the in between on that would be 2.5. So if I was at quarter club, it would be 2.5. If I'd have did 2.5 there instead of being 1.17, it would have been 1.32, and that's probably what I needed to pull it. All right, I got some notes on that. I was one ring in. On the drive, it was 1.1 times the wind divided by 1. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do, I think it's like, is it 4.5 bars of topspin? I think this club hits 50. Has 50 topspin, so I mean, you would think it would be just 5, but 5 clicks. All right, not gonna mess with your spin. Gonna hit the fairway and just end up in the rough out there. Is that what we're doing? Yep, that's what we're doing. All right. I just wanted to make sure that that's what I was looking at, because that's exactly what the hell you did. That's exactly how you set it up. So I guess that's where they wanted to be. 2.3. 253. All right, Max, I'm gonna do a little shy of 3 topspin. And I was 1 ring, and I'm gonna go like a ring and a quarter away from the base of that tree. 2.53. And I got it all. Did that woe me up any? It woke me up a little. But I could actually just do the 2 topspin, and I need that first bounce coming around that corner is so close to that rough. Yeah. All right, 1.1 times whatever the wind is. I have no idea which club. Goliath. I'll see where I'm at. .7 divided by where am I? There's Min. There's Max. So I'm once again at that 3/4 mark, so it's 2.5 per ring. Divided by 2.5, 1.2 rings. There's 1, 2. Hitting it perfect. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Looky, looky. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut. All right. We know what we're doing on that one. There you go. There you go. And I left, some of those shots out there I didn't hit perfect. I can think of that one par 4 I didn't hit perfect into the cup, and that was right there. So you can still get, even with mid-level clubs, you can still get good results. All right, there we have it. There we have it. At the top, -16. What do we do here? I think on hole number 2, I didn't hit that one perfect. Did I not hit that one perfect? I think I hit the flagpole on hole number 2. I think I came in a little bit too hot. I did. I came in a little bit too hot, and I think I hit the flagpole on that one. And the other par 4, I didn't hit perfect. So there's opportunities to pick some stuff up there. I don't necessarily like on hole number 9 the way that I was going at it, where I was trying to hit in between these trees. But if you really, like if you're out in this area right here, you have a little bit better view of it, and you don't have to have as much spin in order to bring it back around to the cup. You can go straight at it. So the first time I ended up like out in this area on this track, And the second time I was a little bit short of this, and where I'd really like to be is in the non-shadow right here. Now it's distance wise, you know, from here, taking the shot back here, that might throw me from minimum quarter long iron to minimum wood. The thing about hitting through those trees is if you hit it perfect, it'll probably go where you want it to, or where you wanted it to go, as long as you made a great wind pull. But if you don't hit it perfect and you're trying to go through those trees, bad shit can happen. And it could go south in a hurry. Over here, you have less of that worry. There's still a chance that you could clip one of those trees kind of trying to come around, especially if you're out here and you're trying to do a bunch of curl to try and bring it around. I would be very cautious of that, because these trees out here can bite you. All right, there you go. That's what it looks like with, I'll call it my baby account. Minus 16, nice round. Not too bad, still got some work to do, but I think that's good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave a comment. I appreciate all of it. I will read them all. I'll try and respond if I need to. A lot of times it's easier for me to respond by shooting a video and just explaining it than it is for me. Like if it's something short, a lot of times I'll just leave a comment, but if it's something big, normally I'll just shoot a video on it and post the video, and there you have it. Thanks for watching. Be safe.